My mother and father both came from Texas, and in 1911, the Canadian government was offering homesteads up in northern Alberta, and anyone that come with $10, you could get 150 acres of land. My mother played a little bit of piano, but she picked up herself. But I'm the only one who had any formal training. The rest of my family just picked up things and started to play them. Then I got together with the guys and the other teenagers, and we started getting a teenage band together. We could have jam sessions and we could only blow a few little tunes, but we were having fun. I have been playing music about 5 decades somewhere, give or take a year or so. I've had this group together, 5 guys named Mo, for about the last, say, 15 years. I joined the Royal Canadian Artillery, and so I went to Vernon, and the first thing the personnel officer says, can you sing, dance, or play an instrument? I said, well, I play the trombone. What? Whoa, he says, there's no trombone players in camp. You're in the band. When I got out of the Army, I played in a couple of bands, and when I got to Edmonton with the Harlem Kings, it was hard to keep working because you got 8 guys like that and that caliber, you got to keep some work for them. So we managed to keep working, but nobody made much money.
Well, I met Ernie. I was working in Edmonton at a black restaurant called the Harlem Chicken Inn.
I had a couple of drinks. I said, I'm going to go over here and make a date with this girl.
And he come up and introduced himself to me. And he invited me to a dance where they were playing. He told me he was with a band.
So I took her to the dance, and then I started taking her to shows and this and that. And
well, 3 months later, we got married. And then I moved to Vancouver. And I've been here ever since.
This is the stuff that we sent. The reason I even thought about starting the nightclub, the Harlem Nocturne, was a girl that I named Angie told me that she knew a guy that had a club that wanted a band. And his club was called Il Trovatore. But during our conversation, it suddenly dawned on me the guy's trying to sell me the club. I checked with my wife. She says, okay, let's take a crack at it.
And I used to work on the cash, and I used to dance in the floor show. I danced under the name of Choo Choo Williams.
For some reason, none of the clubs in the East End had a liquor license here because they were all owned by, there was 2 owned by Orientals and one by East Indian guy, and the Harlem owned by a black guy. So none of us got liquor licenses.
And then when the police would come in and try to disrupt the floor show, every night they would come in as soon as the floor show was on, and the audience would start clapping. The band would stop playing and the audience would start clapping. And the police would stroll through, the lights would be on, and then as soon as they would leave, they'd clap again and cheer. And then the floor show would start.
I really appreciate the hard times that my dad went through, like when he had the Harlem Nocturne, because it showed me what a strong person he is and how if you have enough drive and determination, you can survive anything. I
would say that my race has been my biggest obstacle, but sometimes I wasn't aware of it, and until that it was race. But I became aware of it, that it was things, but it never seemed to hold me back because most of the time of my life I've been self-employed. We're moving on up to the east side. That deluxe apartment in the sky. Yeah. We're moving on up. I'm moving on up to the east side. I'm moving on up. We finally got a piece of the pie. Yeah. We're moving on Some of the nicest moments was when other musicians and visiting out-of-town musicians would come, and guys from other clubs uptown, and we had some great jam sessions there.
I heard it was one of the hottest clubs in Vancouver.
Ike Turner came with a whole entourage of women with him. He had about 10 women. He paid everybody's way. And the Harlem Globetrotters, whenever they were in town, they would come down.
My beans don't fry in the oven. My fish don't fry on the grill. Took me home, now I'm trying just to get up that hill.
What made me follow my father's footsteps being an entertainer is just the love of singing, the love of music.
I used to have a lot of fun, sit around my knee and sing to her, you know. I'd teach her about roll your boat and stuff like that.
And every little wave had a nightcap on, so very, very early in the morning. And me and Dad would sit for hours and do that. And that's my earliest memory. It was fun.
Yeah, we finally got a piece of the pie.
My secret dream is to see Lovena succeed in the profession that she's chosen. If I can see that, that's my dream has been accomplished.
I admire Ernie. I think he's a good man. I think I made a good choice.
Now, all I want to do is just have my hobby of tinker around in my shop and just relax, because I'm retired now and I don't want to really, but I still want to play music. I still play gigs.